How's it going, guys? Nord here, back bringing you some more StarCraft2 ladder matches. Today we just got a match that I was playing. It's a practice match between me and my buddy Xerak here. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I've never actually heard it pronounced before, but I think it's pronounced Xerak. I always pronounce it Xerax, though. I don't know. In my head I always say Xerax, but I'm pretty sure it's Xerak. But yeah, it's a PvT between myself and Xerak here on Ascension to Ire. It's a pretty interesting match, so just wanted to show it to you guys, even though it was just a practice match. Xerak is also a Platinum 2 player, so go ahead and check that out real quick.
Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning.
Nameplates and production tab. Alright, so PvT, as always, if you watch my my previous videos, I like to do a one gate expand build on against Terran. Basically, that just means you build the pylon at 14, you build a gate at 15, then you get a gas at 17, and then you expand at 20 supply. Just a pretty basic one gate expand build. From that, I usually like to try to go into glaved adepts and maybe some charge lots mixed in here or there, and some few stalkers to defend against any drops or anything like that. So it's kind of my basic PvT build. I also usually build a oracle at the beginning too. Sometimes I don't build the oracle, just kind of depends on what I'm feeling. But sometimes I'll build an oracle to send it across the map and try to get some SCV damage. As always, after you build that first gateway, you want to send a probe out to scout the enemy, see what he's up to, make sure he's not doing anything cheesy on. Continue to build workers in the back. See here, I got the gas up, and I immediately transfer 3 probes in to mine the gas there. Sending down that probe to build the expansion. Got my probe over here, ready to scout my enemy, see what he's up to. Got my expansion going up. I'm gonna once that expansion is done, you just send that probe back over and build the cyber core with it. I come up and I scout that he is doing a pretty standard 1 rack expand, so not too worried about it. Also saw that he expanded, so I know I'm safe to expand, so let that expansion keep going. Got my second gas going up and my cyber core as well. Putting a second pylon. Making sure to put these pylons at both gases here, so I have a good pylon coverage for any sort of drops that he does, so I can have good photon overcharge coverage. I like to put the pylons in like a triangle position, one right here at this gas, one at this gas, and then one in the back there. It just kind of makes like a little triangle. I find that offers pretty good coverage of your bases. Cornering out the adept as soon as the cyber core is done there to defend against this reaper that's coming across the map. Since pretty much all Terrans like to build a reaper early on, so you'll need a adept to defend that off. And I'm also getting the mothership core as well to defend as well. See there, as soon as the reaper comes up, my adept is out and ready. I photon overcharged there. I probably didn't need to do that. I could have just let my adept kill his reaper, but so that was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have photon overcharged there. Definitely, if your adept can't get the reaper and you want to throw down a photon overcharge to kill the reaper, by all means go for it. It's really not that big a deal, but sometimes it can hurt you in the end. Got my second up, so I'm going to start pumping out double probes. Make sure that probe production keeps going up. Got my second gateway coming out, building a sentry out of this one for a guardian shield early on. Gonna send this my first scouting probe to take over the watchtowers here. Since this map has 2 watchtowers in the middle, it really helps. If you take them, it helps to see any sort of pressure coming across the map. Built my third pylon in the back of my natural mineral line there, just in case he comes in for a drop play. He's got a widow mine coming across the map here, so he's going to be going for a marine widow mine drop play. got my got the start gate out, and I'm building a oracle. I'm gonna do oracle harass in this match. Continue to try to saturate this mineral line here. If your opponent is doing the this Marine Widowmine drop play that Xerak is doing on me here, usually it'll hit around 430. So you want, just a couple stalkers out to try to ward off that by at least 430. So that's why I'm building these stalkers here. Got my robotics facility out. I'm going to build a observer, send it across the map to get some scouting in, as usual. I'm going to send these stalkers over to my natural mineral line. And there you see he's got the medevac there ready to drop. He's going to come in, he's going to get the drop off here. I should have pulled my mothership core back there, so I'm going to lose my mothership core. That was a massive mistake on my part. I should not have lost that. I'm going to have to pull my probes here. I managed to get a photon overcharge out before my mothership core died, but really doesn't get a whole lot done. But I just pulled my probes back to try to minimize the probe damage. You got the Widowmine burrowed there, and it took out my stalker. So that was a bit unfortunate. I'm going to warp in some adepts to try to hold this off. He just loads back up and leaves. Send my probes back into mine, but I don't think at this point I realized that this Widowmine got burrowed, so he's going to get a pretty big shot off on me here in a minute. Boom. We managed to kill five probes of that, so that's never a good thing. So I got my observer building. I'm going to send it over here to get some detection on that Widowmine there. Continue to pump out probes. Just trying to get my depth count up as well. I think we missed the oracle. I sent an oracle in, but I think it only got a couple kills. He's got this Widowmine here. Gonna be a little bit annoying. It's having some trouble locking on here, but he's also going to siege up a liberator in my natural here. Gonna get a bunch of probe kills before I manage to see what's happening to me here. But I pull those probes, and I photon overcharge this pylon here to destroy that liberator before it can get away. I took out that Widowmine that was in my main base. Send my probes back over to resume mining. I'm going to bring my observer back down this way so I can scout this Widowmine here. At least I will eventually. Then since I have this watchtower here, you can see I noticed that this push is coming out on me here, so I'm going to start gearing up to defend against that. So I got all my units at the front here to push back the Terran push that he's bringing up on me. Take out that Widowmine, try to ward off that medevac there. Let's check out our upgrades real quick. So he's got combat shields, and I do not have Resonant Glaives done yet. I don't even have a Twilight Council, so that's a mistake on my part. I should have the Twilight Council out a little bit faster. So I got an observer over. You can see here he's going to do a little bit of a backstab, and he's going to drop into my main here. At the same time, he's going to try to push the front. I just left my army at the front there to push that off. And then I'm going to move up to defend against the drop that came into my main. He's going to manage to take one pylon out, but not too big a deal. I got a voider out to try to push back that medevac that's trying to drop me. He's going to pull back in. He's going to try to get one more drop off on me. I see what's happening, and I'm going to bring my army down and around behind him to try to take him out. He's going to drop me at the same time. I got my voider up here to try to slow him down a little bit while my main army is taking down the units that he left behind at the bottom of this little chasm here. I'm going to take down a siege tank before he can do any serious damage to me. Managed to kill my void ray and another pylon, but it's not nothing too game ending there. You probably shouldn't have been focusing down this. You probably should have been trying to take down my cyber core, but that's okay. Good for me. that he wasn't able to take it out, and he didn't take the gate out either. But you see, I managed to pick off that medevac there that was full, so that hurts him a lot. He's got a cyclone there, being annoying. I'm going to pull in and take that out real quick as well. Building a bunch of pylons at some questionable locations. I should have spread them out a little bit more, but that's alright. See here, he's gearing back up. He's got a couple siege tanks, and he's got some bunch of marauders and a few marines. Do I ever get Resonant Glaive in this match? I don't even know. It's a major mistake on my part. You definitely want Resonant Glaive as soon as possible. Okay, there I got a Twilight Count, so I'll probably get it eventually here. But I'm gonna push. I just did. He just attacked and failed, so I figured that I'd probably be pretty safe to push right now, try to get some damage done. But as I'm pushing, I see that he's counter pushing me here again. Got a third going up as well at the same time. So I'm going to push in and try to take down his army that tried to advance on me again there. Activate Guardian Shield, try to reduce that range damage that's coming in at me. This fight lasts a little bit longer than it should, because I should have Resonant Glaives at this point, but I don't. So I should have been able to deal with that a little bit better than I did, but it was still a good engagement. Yeah, tries to siege up a Liberator there, but it only gets one shot off on the Mortal there. Not too big a deal. I run up to try to take it out, but it just kind of moves it away, so start moving my army over to this side here so I can attack his third. Got my Warp Prism out so I can reinforce at the front. In the back I have a bunch of gates up, so I'll have a pretty good unit production. Gonna warp in some more Adepts in the Sentry since he managed to take out my initial Sentry. Attack into this planetary here. He probably should have tried to repair this planetary. Probably could have got a lot more damage if he would have repaired instead of just pulled all his SCVs, but that's okay. So I managed to take down the third, which is pretty big. So I'll have a pretty convincing income lead on him here, even if I don't manage to kill him just outright right now. Resonant Glaives is almost done, so that's a good thing. Got +1 ground weapons as well. I'm gonna start pushing my army down, try to take him out. He's got a siege tank a little bit out of position there, so I'm gonna push in and try to take that out as quick as possible. Take down any reinforcing units that he's got. Pull my Warp Prism up a little bit. Start warping in at the front there. Got my third done. I'm gonna I'll resume pro production here in a little bit. Yep, starting to resume pro production. Since I'm lacking on it a little bit. I only have 30 right now because he did some economic damage to me earlier. Push in, take out these tanks that he's got. He's trying to repair, but I just have too much DPS, so I managed to take it out. He tries to siege up a Liberator, but I should back off my army before the Liberator can get anything done. Since I only got 2 Stalkers, they won't be able to do a whole lot to him. That's why I warped in a bunch more here. Just taking out all of his SCVs that he's got a little bit misrallied there. Take out that siege tank before it manages to siege. Start destroying this Liberator. Probably could have just pulled my Stalkers up. Might not have lost that one Stalker. And just continue to lay the pressure on here. Trying to take down all of his SCVs, cut off his income. I know his main base must be getting pretty close to mining out, if not already mined out. Trying to take down his command center here, so he can't drop any meals or do any scans or anything. Trying to take down all of his supply depots to supply block him so he can't build any units, since he built all the supply depots at his natural there. He's just trying to gear up for a defense, but I mean at this point it's basically over. He's going to try to counter drop me, but it's not going to get a whole lot done. I can just warp in at the back here, and I don't have really any probes mining out of this base anyways. Just going to kind of pull back. Since I don't know what he's got at the top of the ramp, I don't have an overseer over here, so I don't have any high ground protection. He's trying to drop my natural here. I just photon overcharged the pylon in the back there, and then warp in some units to push it back. And I'm just going to say screw it, push up the ramp, because I figure, you know, he probably doesn't have the economy to build too many units, but he does have a couple siege tanks up there, so I don't want to just throw all my units away, so I just kind of back off. I'm going to try to get a little bit higher unit count up before I engage again. I'm going to start warping in some more stalkers in the rear. Building some more probes. Like I said, I mean, the game's pretty much over. He has basically no income, well as I have 3 bases, which I could potentially mine off of. So, just looking to seal the win here. He's trying to build a second command center, but his natural is also basically mined out already, so not going to matter too much. And I'm just kind of sitting back, trying to work on getting my army count up, bringing over some flying units to get high ground protection for when I engage his main again. He scans to see if I'm still over here, which I most certainly am. He brought down his siege tanks, which is incredibly fortunate for me. If he had just left these siege tanks up at the high ground, he would have probably been able to do a little bit more damage than he's about to do. I just kind of poke down here to see if he's got a base down there, which he doesn't. Warping a bunch more units. I'm gonna move in for the death blow here in a minute. He's trying to pull another counter drop off on me here. Honestly, he should have just been defending right now. I mean, I know what he's thinking. You know, he's thinking I'm down. I need to do some counter damage, try to cripple his economy. But at this point, I mean, he basically has no economy, so he should have just sat back and tried his best to defend against my arm. Even if he did have those units back at his main, probably still wouldn't have made much of a difference. But that would have been the better play there. He's just gonna. He already GG'd, but he's just seeing what he can get done over here. But I just warp in just a crap ton of adepts to take down these few units over here. But yeah, the game's over. But yeah, that was a good match. My buddy here, Xerak, he also does YouTube videos, so I'm gonna leave a link in the description to his channel if y'all want to check him out. He's a Plat 2 Terran player. He's pretty good. I managed to get the best of him here, but I think he's beaten me three or four times, I believe. So he's pretty good. So if you guys want to check him out, definitely go check out his channel. He does some StarCraft2 videos as well. Yeah, check out the APM real quick. I had 8. Wow, I don't know why my APM is so high recently. If you guys have watched my previous videos, I try to keep my APM in the 70 or lower range, just to show you guys that you can beat, you know, mid-range players without having to have you know, like 100 APM or something ridiculous like that. But my last 3 videos now, I've had 80 APM, so I don't know why I'm playing so fast recently. I'm gonna try to slow it down a little bit more for you guys. I mean, 88 APM is still pretty low, but my goal is to keep it in the 70 range. So I'm gonna try to fix that here in the future. But yeah, that was a good match. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Nordy out.